The new New York governor, that's two news, new New York governor has vowed to launch a cannabis industry that the former governor stalled. The effects of marijuana after 50 are rather surprising. We're going to hear about that. And I get to quiz my buddies Andrew and Jay in our first installment of Stoner, Not a Stoner.
Welcome to VoteProPot-Cast, the award-winning cannabis news podcast brought to you by VoteProPot.com. Here are your hosts, Phil Adams, Jay Britton, and Andrew McCreadys.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to VoteProPot-Cast. We're real glad to have you with us today. And, guys, I've been out of the loop, news-wise speaking, and I didn't even know that Governor Cuomo of New York was not Governor Cuomo anymore. He's still Cuomo.
Crazy.
He's just not Governor Cuomo.
What
the hell happened
How do you
there?
not hear that anywhere? Like in your car driving to work or something?
I don't drive to work.
Oh, that's right. You work from home.
I work from home. I watch old reruns and sporting events, and I just don't catch up on the news. I've been kind of out of it.
But yeah, he's gone.
Well, the new New York governor, lowercase capital.
Say that 10 times fast. The new
New York.
Kathy Hochul.
Hochul, okay.
She's has been governor for
A long time. A long
like 48 hours.
48 hours, yeah.
And where's her priorities?
And she's already said that she's going to make, legalizing recreational or, adult use cannabis a priority.
Good
for her.
Well, I think Cuomo might have said that a few times too. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully she really does. Would she say that at a press conference or something? Or did someone ask her the question, or did she just she published that? That would make a difference,
It was a statement she made.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, probably in a press briefing at some point.
I know New Yorkers are getting a little itchy about this because they've been promising this for years.
And also the medical marijuana industry just sucks in New York.
In New York, does it?
How so?
Oh man, but Oklahoma medical marijuana
It kicks their ass.
It kicks New York's ass.
That's embarrassing.
That is
if I were in New York, I'd be embarrassed by that.
I'd move to Oklahoma.
If I
Yeah.
was in Oklahoma, I'd laugh my ass off.
Yeah, really good for them. That's cool.
You golf dirt, city slickers still got it. We do.
Yeehaw. Well, good luck, New Yorkers. I hope that one works out for you.
Yeah.
And hopefully she lasts a little longer than the last couple and doesn't end up in jail
hopefully,
like the last couple.
Although if they find out she's been groping women under the I don't know. That might be.
That's kind of interesting.
I don't know. That's kind of hot.
Yeah, kind of hot.
Stop it, guys. You're going to make me edit all this out. I'm going to get so much hate mail.
Who the fuck listens?
You're going to get a lot more love,
man. We can personally call everyone that listens and apologize.
Apologize. Yeah. In about 10 minutes.
It's a lot more than that.
We just each take 3.
I've got an article from a website called Eat This Not That. Don't ask. And it has the title of the article is Surprising Side Effects of Marijuana. There we go with that word again. After 50.
Okay.
And so I see what you guys think about this. Some of this sounds
after 50 bong hits.
No, after 50 years old. So
after 50 years of smoking,
the effects of cannabis after 50 bong hits.
We're not there yet, guys.
No.
We're getting there though.
A 2018 review of studies found that the greatest increase in American marijuana use is in people over 50.
Yeah,
we've talked about that.
Yeah, because they're using medical marijuana.
Right. And according to a study published in the International Journal of Drug Policy, marijuana use in people over 65 increased by 75% between 2015 and 2018. That's a lot. 75% increase from 2015 to 2018. Of course, that's because of legalization in so many states and medical legalization in so many states.
Yep.
Those studies also indicate that older people consider marijuana use relatively harmless, but pot can affect people over 50 differently than younger people sometimes in unexpected ways. And they have 6 different ways here that you can be affected.
Okay.
The first one is mental health issues. It says
Okay.
here that older people who use marijuana are more likely to be stressed or depressed than non-users, and the rate of depression between 2006 and 2013 in the age group increased 100%, according to a review of studies published in the journal Gerontology and Geriatric Medicine, which I read on a regular basis. So number 2 is cognitive disorders.
Like
now, again, what we're talking about here is how cannabis may affect older people differently than younger people. The second item is the cognitive disorders. Research published last winter on JAMA Network Open found an association between the use of cannabis containing THC and thinking and perception disorders in people over 50. So
I don't get that.
I really don't understand what that
I don't
means.
understand that.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Number 3 is risky behavior. Oh, God. Now this is like the chicken and the egg thing here, in my opinion. But what it says here is a
Or
27
less likely to use a condom.
Well, yeah, that's one of them. 2017 study
likely to
found that
need one.
marijuana users 50 to 64 years old were more likely to participate in risky activities, including driving under the influence, theft, and physical violence compared to older non-users. Other studies have found that marijuana users 65 years and older were more likely to drive under the influence compared to older adults who don't use pot. Okay, well, I don't know if I buy this or not. Now, I know that when I smoke a couple joints, I really kind of feel like robbing a bank or something. How about you?
Yeah, I want to get into a fight.
Yeah, fist fight. Yeah, not at all. Number 4, we only have 6, so stand by here. Drug interactions. It says here that according to the Mayo Clinic, marijuana can cause side effects when mixed with other medications. And then, let's face it, all us old farts take a lot of medication.
Well, what kind of medications?
Well, these include increasing the risk of bleeding, lowering blood pressure, reducing the effects of antivirals, increasing sedative effects of certain drugs, and affecting blood sugar levels. That may make marijuana use riskier for people taking different medicines.
Yeah, easy for you to
for
say.
chronic conditions like blood pressure, HIV, and diabetes. Number 5, 2 left. Number 5 is injuries and accidents. It says here marijuana can cause drowsiness, dizziness, and disorientation. Risky in any age group, but particularly dangerous in older adults, increasing the risk of falling.
Falling, breaking a hip, man. That's a big one.
That is.
A 2014 study, they found that marijuana use had been associated with injury in older adults, along with visits to the emergency department. So I guess in old folks' homes, all these people are smoking joints, falling down. And finally, this one I can kind of relate to be honest with you. The rest of them, I'm getting a little bit of a bullshit kind of feel, but this one here, poor diet. Marijuana is known to increase appetite.
No kidding. We knew that.
Yeah. Well, several studies have found that marijuana users self-reported a higher intake of alcohol. That's definitely me. Sodium, pork, cheese, and salty snacks, but fewer fruits and vegetables than non-users. And I'll tell you what,
Probably a lot more M&Ms too. Right?
I agree with that. I know you don't, Andrew.
I don't because I know a lot of people get the munchies and they just devour fruit.
Not me.
There's a lot of vegetarians, and people eat well.
I tell you, I sometimes I get high and oh my God, I will just eat so much shit.
Well, it's important to remember these are tendencies. These are not
True.
Blanket statements about everybody. They're just tendencies about the population
problem is
in general.
You went grocery shopping while you were stoned.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
And you end up shopping like your parents are away for the weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Oreos and peanuts covered with chocolate and shit.
Yeah.
So, write us, folks. Send us an email at podcast@VoteProPot.com and tell us what you think of this. Is this true or bullshit?
Actually, what I had a conversation with Faye about this just recently.
She's coming on next week, I think, by the way, but go ahead.
And
Faye Berger Mitchell, of course, is our health and wellness correspondent who knows about this stuff, having been a professional nutritionist most of her adult life. Anyway.
And working on it.
And currently in the master's degree program at Maryland for medical marijuana. Anyway, she we were discussing just that, how the older people are having problems with what it is the high potency weed.
Yeah.
And that sort of brings me up to sort of one of my stories where I'm saying how there's starting to be a trend, a pushback, because for so long, right now, a lot of the bud tenders and a lot of the customers coming in and goes, "What's the highest THC you got?"
Yeah.
And there's so much more to it. There's so many more cannabinoids and other compounds and all the terpenes. There's like 300 terpenes and 190 cannabinoids. And what happened, and this happened actually during Prohibition with alcohol as well, it went underground. So they stopped making, during the first alcohol prohibition, they stopped making beer and wine. They started making really high proof, high potency liquor.
Right.
Because there was a bigger buzz in a smaller container.
Right.
And it was illegal, so it was easier to keep it, covert. So, and that's what happened with all the growers, and they were just trying to get more THC, and they really didn't know that they were just totally messing with the genome of all these plants. So what we're doing now there's sort of a pushback to going, guys, and also a lot of people are starting to realize that good weed doesn't mean, just because it has a lot of THC doesn't mean it's good weed.
Right.
Or something that's you're going to have the desired effect, especially medically.
Right.
That's why I know that I believe, Jay, you were telling me how the Willie Nelson Reserve.
Yeah, I love it.
That's really
I love it.
high in CBD and low in THC. Is
Yeah,
like
I love
I use that all the time. I love it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like the weed we smoked when we were in college.
I don't like the really strong stuff. I don't like the 35% THC stuff. It's I don't enjoy it. It's
No, and honestly, that's
I mean,
probably
to each his own, but
it was that caused me to just stop using weed for like 30 years.
Right, it got so
because I
strong.
was they were growing it for more THC, just like you said, Andrew, and didn't really understand about the other cannabinoids, CBD, etc. And I was getting really too stoned.
Yeah.
And I said, after a while, just say, you know what, fuck this. This is not fun anymore.
Right, and you didn't get that desired effect of just chilling out, being mellow,
you're
right.
getting a little happy,
Well, plus we had kids. Me and Phil, we had kids. And
Well, yeah, we had to become responsible adults, but
as close to responsible as we could be. Yeah.
you can be a responsible adult and still smoke weed, but not that weed.
Yeah, no, I put it away for a while too because
I know.
raising
That's-
kids, man, I just didn't want it. Well, my wife didn't want it around the house, and there wasn't any problem. It's like, yeah, I can do without this for a while. Yeah, absolutely.
So listen, gentlemen, how much do you guys think you know about celebrity cannabis consumption?
More than Jay does.
More than Jay? Well, that sounds like a challenge to me, Jay.
That does sound like a
It
challenge.
was meant to be.
Throwing down the gauntlet a little bit.
I think we need to put a little bit of
a little
cash down
wager.
there.
Not something.
All
Jay,
right. All right.
Jay, I'll bet you $10,000 to beat you.
How about $1?
10,000? How about a buck?
All right, we're on.
No.
How about an all expense paid trip to Rockville, Maryland?
There
to
you go.
The dispensary of your choice.
No, $1, $10,000 between Jay and I. We're not going to pay either one.
No, that's right.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's
Buck is like, fuck, I'm not going to pay.
it's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for our first installment of Stoner, Not a Stoner. I'm going to give...
well, I got to admit, right now, I'm a stone.
Well, you're
So,
not...
I think that goes without saying.
Okay,
This show's, as soon as Jay says the show's over, right?
No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the names of some famous people. And you have to decide stoner or not a stoner. Okay? And you can both get the question right, or one of you can get it right and one of you can get it wrong, or you can both get it wrong. And at the end of it, we're going to tally up after these 10 celebrity names and are discussed who wins based on who is a stoner and not a stoner. Our first celebrity.
How do we know they're stoners or not?
This is because I've done some research, and these are people who, by their own public comments and admissions,
yes or
have
no.
stated on the record either they are or they use cannabis
Bring it
or
on.
they don't use cannabis.
Bring it on.
All right,
on.
first
Bring it on.
celebrity. Tom Hanks, stoner, not a stoner.
Yes, he has smoked marijuana. At one point
Well,
in his life, he was.
okay. Let me be clear on this.
More
Some of
succinct.
these people have smoked, but do they currently?
stoners?
Are they stoners?
Are
Do they enjoy?
currently stoners?
Are they currently
stoners?
people who use and enjoy cannabis products?
Yes, he is.
You say yes to Tom Hanks?
You say
Yes, he is.
Tom Hanks is a stoner. Jay,
Damn. I'll say no.
you'll say
I'll say
no.
Right.
Jay, you are correct.
All right.
Tom Hanks is not a stoner, despite
$10,000.
much.
No, that's not what you said. They use product. He just came down with some kind of illness, and he's using medical marijuana. It's like the cream or something, and that you said.
Well,
they use a marijuana product.
Well, according to the research that I've done, which was exhaustive, despite much speculation, despite the fact that his son is an avid user, and despite Halle Berry's insinuation that they shared some pot on a set, Tom Hanks has stated that he does not use marijuana.
Okay.
Andrew, don't be arguing with the ref, man. All right.
Well, I mean,
next.
these are you're arguing. Your complaint is not with me; it's with Tom.
I got high with Tom last week. Man.
Listen, it's
Okay.
1-0. Deal with it.
1-0.
That $10,000 is going to taste
Number
so good.
2, Lady Gaga, stoner, not a stoner.
Lady Gaga. Guess I go first this time.
You go first.
Jeez. I'm going to say yes.
Okay, you say she's a stoner.
I'm going to say
Andrew?
yes.
I'm going to say she was, but not current.
Okay. Lady Gaga, according to her admission, is a stoner.
Oh, I'm kicking your ass, bro.
That's 2-0 during a recent episode of
laughing.
60 Minutes. Lady Gaga shared that she smoked weed during many writing sessions. She says, "I smoke a lot of pot when I write music."
Yep, I read that. I knew that.
You knew that. You
But
just
I also
flaked.
thought but I also swore I read her saying that recently she's chilled out. She hasn't.
Okay, so Andrew McCready's stoner, not a stoner.
Obviously, I'm the stoner because.
All right, number
what
3.
I'm talking about.
Number 3. We got 2-0. Jay's in the lead. Number 3, Andrew, you go first this time. Charlize Theron, stoner, not a stoner.
Stoner.
Jay,
Yeah, I'll go stoner on Charlize.
you are both correct.
Yeah.
She told E she is she uses and enjoys cannabis, and she says she used to wake and bake every day.
No kidding. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I read that somewhere. So.
Yeah, no, when I dated her, we used to wake and bake all the time.
Yeah. Wake
Who's next?
First thing
wake and bake
yeah.
usually means woke and broke.
In fact, see, I really don't like to wake and bake, and because she did, I kind of broke up with her because, I was like, I
Well,
think you
you
smoked a
know,
little too much weed.
You try selling that. Good luck to you. Number 4,
I'm
Jay,
buying
you're first this time.
Okay.
Actor James Franco.
Ooh, got to be a yes. James Franco's got to be a yes.
He's the star of Spring Breakers, The Disaster Artist, Pineapple Express are some of the things he's known for.
I like James Franco. He's funny.
What would
He's
you
got to
say,
be a
Andrew?
stoner, man. He hangs out with, what's his name? It was in Pineapple Express.
Seth Rogen.
Seth
Seth
Rogen.
Rogen, yeah. Andrew?
I could have swore I heard that he said he hasn't been getting stoned lately.
Your final answer?
But, yeah, I'm going to say he's not a stoner.
The correct answer is James Franco is not a stoner.
Oh, okay. Well,
I knew. I could have swore I heard,
Okay,
but then
so-
again, I could have swore Tom Hanks said the same thing.
And in fact, his friend and Pineapple Express co-star Seth Rogen, as we mentioned, has lamented the fact that he has not been able to get and party with his friend James Franco. So where are we now? We're at 3-1, right?
3-1. Yeah, Andrew's catching up.
Okay.
We just went from 10 grand back to $1 because Andrew's catching up. Go ahead. Who's next?
All right. Actually, it's should be 3-2.
3-2.
change
Yeah,
up by
3-2.
3-2. All right. Number 5, Patrick Stewart of Star Trek Next Generation.
Who's first this time? I lost track.
Andrew's first this time.
Okay.
Stoner, not a stoner.
Does Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc Picard.
I'm going to say yes, he is.
Okay, you're going to say stoner. And Andrew is you're known as we know you as an avid Star Trek fan.
I'm a big Star Trekker, and
We all are, yeah.
But I really want him to be. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying.
what it is.
Okay, you
I'm
want him to
gonna
be,
say-
but is he? Are you going to go with?
But I know he has spoken out in favor of legalization,
Right.
and I know he has admitted to using it. Now, is he currently
Right.
using it regularly, I don't know.
I'm
but
going to say no,
I'm going to
Phil.
say, yeah, why not? He's getting older. I bet he might be
Okay,
using it
Andrew
for-
says stoner. Jay, what do you say?
I said no.
You say not a stoner. Patrick Stewart is a stoner.
Oh, Andrew just tied me. Son
Even
of a
up, even
bitch.
up.
Three each, three each.
Come on, come on.
Okay, wait a minute.
How many more
It can't be
questions?
3-3. Oh, yes, it can be
We're
3-3.
halfway done.
Okay, we're halfway there. Will.i.am.
Yes.
Will.i.am of the Black Eyed Peas
Andrew says
and other things.
Actually, no, I'm going to change that. I'm going to say no.
You're saying he's not a stoner, Jay?
Yeah, he's a little, yeah, no.
I'm going to say no as well.
Okay, you are both correct. Will.i.am,
I thought I
the
read
Black
that
Eyed Peas
somewhere.
founder, explains that the avoidance of the drug scene in general helped him focus on what he does best, music. So,
Could be lying,
and he
but-
sure does that best. Number 7. So where are we? You are both correct. It's
We're
4-4.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
tied.
Number 7,
3 each.
Harrison
Or 4 each.
Ford.
Ooh.
Stoner, not a stoner.
Who's first this time?
This
me.
would be Andrew is first this time.
Okay, Andrew, you're first.
Harrison Ford, known for many appearances as Jack. What's the Tom Clancy
Ryan.
or Jack
Jack
Ryan,
Ryan.
and of course
Yeah.
Han
Wait,
Solo.
Let's get the. Wait, let's say you only have like 5 seconds to answer. I'm going to say that he is a stoner.
I was going to say yes as well, Phil.
You're both correct. Harrison Ford is a
Right.
stoner. The late Carrie Fisher divulged in her memoir, The Princess Diarist, that during their brief affair, apparently they had a brief affair,
Ooh.
Ford's weed had such brutal strength that she forgot a lot of 1976.
All right. All right.
Yeah, again.
I like him
he
even better now.
He smoked in '76, but does he smoke now? I
No,
thought
he
that
said
was-
he.
Well, that's just one, but apparently
Well, we
yes,
both
he
got
is.
it right, so don't
Yeah.
complain.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can nitpick the shit out of this, Andrew, if you
swear
want
to
to,
God.
and
Bitching
no.
at the ref constantly.
Constantly, yeah.
Hey, we're going to try to sell this to the networks.
Yeah,
Number
something
8, the boss, Bruce Springsteen. Stoner, not a stoner.
My turn to go first, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to say no on Bruce. He seems like a dud to
Really?
me. But yeah,
Kind of a
I'm
dud.
going to say no.
Okay.
I don't know.
Drew?
I'm going to say currently no, he's not, because I mean he's he's on Broadway. He's just busy as shit. He's getting older. I don't,
True.
So you both say he's not
Two
a
no's.
stoner?
Yeah.
He's not, and I don't know if he ever had. I don't know if he ever has.
You're both correct. And in fact, you're onto something, Andrew. He never has. According to longtime
Really?
friend from the E Street Band, Stevie Van Zandt, quote, he's a living example of what happens when you never do drugs your whole life.
Wow.
So apparently
Okay.
not ever.
That was a guess on my part.
And
All right.
now, what about Stevie Van Zandt?
yeah.
Same. Apparently he
Really?
doesn't smoke either, but he's not on the quiz, so I can't really vouch for that. So,
And he never did.
Andrew, you're first this time. Katy Perry, stoner, not a stoner.
I'm gonna say yes.
All right, Jay?
I'm going to say yes, too.
like-
I'm going to say
I like
yes.
Well,
Well,
I would like
if you
to get
guys,
high with
it's a
her.
tie score. If you guys keep saying the
I
same
know,
answer, it's
but-
always
but-
going to be tied. All right, you're both saying that she is a stoner.
I'm saying she is a stoner, yeah.
You're both incorrect.
Oh, we
In
both
an
got
interview
that
with
wrong.
Rolling Stone, Perry said, I can't do that stuff.
Damn.
Jeez.
So-
I like her a lot less
And
now.
not only that, but she also divulged that, especially since she had her child and is a mom now, she doesn't want to get near that stuff. So,
I mean,
I respect that.
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
All right, this is a tiebreaker, baby.
Okay, number 10. Last,
10K.
you go first, Jay. Actor, Morgan Freeman. Stoner, not a stoner.
I love it.
Come on, guy.
I'm going to say yes to Morgan
Oh, it's a
Freeman.
big yes.
Big
Everybody
yes, a
knows
big
he's
fat yes?
Yeah, big fat. Remember, he's even been quoted saying, I smoke it, I dab it.
I didn't know that.
I'll eat it, I'll drink it, I'll snort it.
You are absolutely correct, Andrew. That's exactly the quote I had.
No
or
shit.
something like that. I'll eat it, I'll drink it, smoke it, snort it.
Right.
So,
much
Morgan
nailed that
Freeman.
quote.
So the game
Of
ends.
course, that's one of the quotes I have memorized.
Yeah.
Figures.
So the game ends in a tie.
So we got to do another one next week.
We have to do another one next week to see who reigns supreme in this. But that's it this week, ladies and gentlemen, for our first installment of Stoner, Not a Stoner. Well, folks, we're so glad that you stopped in today of our humble little podcast. We're very glad that you enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, give us a break and jump on Apple Podcasts. It won't take you but a minute. Give us a 5-star rating. Give us a nice little review. Or tell a friend or 2 or 3 about Vote Pro Podcast. What else, Jay?
Send us an email at podcast@VoteProPot.com. And we have a message line. We'd love to hear from you. Call us, give us some ideas. Tell us what you think of the segments we do. Tell us what's going on in your neck of the woods. 240-257-2441.
And I'd like to make a complaint about and make an inquiry about the rules of this game.
Oh, jeez. Let it go, bro.
Really. Tell it to the league. Tell it to the network.
Yeah. Complain to the commissioner, man.
Yeah,
You better tighten up your act before next week there, mister.
Yeah, and there's no time limit on it. You just answer the damn question. It's easy. Stoner, not a stoner. Flip a coin if you have to.
I jest. We do a lot on social networking, so please join us on some of the many platforms and share us your views, your thoughts, comments. So go to LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and just do a search for Vote Pro Pot.